on this Tuesday, September 5th, 2017. It is now 4:30. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence after?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can we have a roll call on the commissioners, please?
Soto Presley. Kasperky.
Here.
Navejas.
Here.
Myrick.
Here.
Hopperidge.
Here. For the record, we have 4 present, 1 absent. Number 3, declaration of conflict of interest. Number 4, communications.
None were received.
Okay. Number 5 is our minutes from August 1st, 2017 and August 15th, 2017.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes for the Redevelopment Commission for August 1st and August 15th of 2017.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second from the minutes from August 1st and August 15th, 2017. Is there any corrections or additions on these minutes? Okay, roll call, please.
Soto Presley. Kasperky.
Yes.
Navejas.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Hopperidge.
Yes, motion passes. 4 yes, 1 absent. Okay, number 6, homebound conditional forgivable loan approval.
Commissioners, before I begin, I want to introduce you to our new rehab loan officer who will be handling the homebound program for us. Just want you to know who she is.
Hi, my name is Andrea Lewis.
Hello, Ms.
Hi.
Lewis.
We have the 5 applicants here. They're all present.
Okay, good evening, everyone. If you can just introduce yourself.
My name is April Hyde.
And Ms. Hyde, how did you hear about the program?
I think from friends.
A friend. Okay. And then the lady right behind her, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Natalie McPhillips.
And how did you hear about the program?
I'm from a real estate agent purchasing a home.
May I ask who your agent is?
My agent is Kathy, I can't pronounce her last name, because Sedgwick, I think it is.
What company is she with?
She's with Macaulay.
Colin. Okay.
So, yeah. But the selling agent is also Kathy Sellers, and she's the one that listed it on the listing.
Okay. And the young lady behind you.
Hi everyone, my name is Miriam Ojeda.
And how did you hear about the program?
I heard about the program through the Hammond website.
Through the website. Okay. Okay, and the gentleman behind you.
Hi, my name is Douglas Command.
And how did you hear about the program?
Same, through the website.
Through the website. Okay, and then last but not least.
Excuse me, Douglas, excuse me. And you are employed by?
Hammond Academy of Science and Technology.
Okay, that's very nice.
Lamario Richards.
And how did you hear about the program?
Actually through my lender.
Who's your lender?
I'm Cynthia.
Cynthia?
Yes.
Jason Harris?
Yes, Jason L. Harris.
Okay, cool. Are all of you guys first-time home buyers?
And again, and excuse me, Mr. Richards, and you are employed by?
I'm a teacher in the Rich District in Richland Park, Illinois, and Rich East and Rich South.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Are you guys first-time home buyers? Okay. Anyone else has any questions?
No, not I.
Okay. Mr. President, I make a motion to approve the homebound conditional forgivable loan approval for the 5 applicants.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the homebound conditional forgivable loan approval for the 5 applicants that are present tonight. We have a roll call on that.
Soto Presley, Casperky,
Yes.
Navejas,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Hawbridge.
Yes, motion passes, 4 yes, 1 absent.
Congratulations.
And good luck.
You may be excused if you like. Okay, number 7 is a subordination request approval.
Commissioners, Dennis called and asked that the first one, Michael and Nicole Winan, be tabled until the next meeting. Mr. David Pyle, he had to work, so he could not be here today. But Mr. Pyle participated in the homebound program back in 2015. Therefore, he wanted to reduce his interest rate from 4.5 to 3.75, which is a savings of $51.84. And he's coming before us for a subordination agreement request. And he's not taking out any money or anything.
I don't see any problem with it, although it does seem like he does have another mortgage. Is there,
We are in third place, third position.
we are still in third place, or are we will become third place?
We would still be in third place.
We're not subordinating our second to get into third, though, is my question.
No.
Anybody? That seems pretty standard.
Yeah.
Mr. President, I move we approve the subordination request for Mr. David Pyle at 6951 Arizona.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the subordination request approval for David Powell at 6951 Arizona. We have a roll call on that.
Soto Presley, Casperky,
Yes.
Navejas,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Hawbridge.
Yes, motion passes, 4 yes, 1 absent.
Mr.
Excuse-
President, do we need a motion to table the first one? Or are we,
You can take
We're not approving it.
no, but
We're just tabling it. I don't think
we
you
don't need
need one.
anything, we don't need to do anything?
If you don't take any action, it'll appear on your next agenda.
Right.
Okay, just making sure.
If you table it, then it's got to be removed from the table at your next meeting. You're just
Yeah.
creating another step.
Yeah.
Okay. See, we won't.
Okay. Thank you, Attorney
You
Westland.
too, dog.
Number 8 then is authorization to advertise for public service programs for the 2018-2019 fiscal year.
Commissioners, I'm in the process of preparing the 2018 through 2019 CDBG home ESG budget. And in order for me to do that, I have to advertise in the paper and get public service organizations, businesses to help with that process. Applications are going to be available September 11th through October the 27th. And then after that, a packet will be compiled together for your review. So all I'm doing is asking for authorization to advertise in the paper.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Authorization to advertise for the public service programs for the 2018-2019 fiscal year. We have a roll call on that.
Soto Presley, Casperky,
Yes.
Navejas,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Hawbridge.
Yes, motion passes, 4 yes, 1 absent. All right, number 9 is a resolution to participate in the bike trail expansion and connection to downtown redevelopment area. Welcome, this is City Engineer Dean Button. Thank you.
Mr. President, members of the commission, thank you for your time today. You have before you a resolution prepared in part by myself and Mr. Westland. And this is for a bike trail extension between downtown Hammond and the Grand Marquette trail we're calling Downtown Grand Marquette Connector. It is a project that we seek funding in 3 parts. I come to you today as a city engineer and also the president of the sanitary board, so I have some information relative to that. And the 3 parts of funding would be from this commission, from the sanitary district, and from what we hope to be eventually the city council's 2018 gaming funds. We anticipate this project to be about $1.5 million. That includes design, engineering, construction, and construction observation. And we're asking that each of the 3 parties contribute 1/3 of the cost of the project, which is at $500,000 each. You should have attached to the resolution a figure that shows the general alignment in red for that. You don't have that, I'm sorry. I can provide that to you in a short time. The general alignment runs from downtown Hammond, basically I want to say down State Street, up Soul Avenue, across the Grand Calumet River. A portion of that work is being done through another project that we have, we call the IHB project, where the sanitary district is acquiring property along the old Indiana Harbor Belt Railroad from Soul Avenue to the Indiana Toll Road along the north side of the Grand Calumet River. So there's a project that exists now, and this project starts from that location, remotely close to downtown. It travels around the Queen Anne property, which is Soul to Hoffman, Hoffman east to Torrance, Torrance north to Hune, where it splits. Part of it goes, the northbound part goes up Baltimore, where the southbound part comes down Torrance. So it's kind of a little bit of a loop because they're one-way streets over there and a little bit complicated. And then it continues north to approximately 139th Street, where it joins the existing trail that comes down from Wolf Lake. So it's part of a greater network connectivity of the bike trails.
Not all the way to 139th, there's already a trail from...
I beg your pardon, sir, yes, 42nd.
42nd, okay.
Sorry, 142nd, yeah, my mistake, yeah. I'm a cyclist, I stay on the street too much probably, but yeah, 142nd, sir.
So is this going to be an actual bike trail, or is this just kind of sectioning off the lanes?
So for the most part, it is a dedicated trail. There are a very few isolated sections where it will be shared with the road, trail shared with the road. But for example, down Torrance, it will be a dedicated lane down the parkway section between the north and southbound.
Okay, so you're going to use the parkway. Now, that's what I was wondering, because,
yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, and then like along the Queen Anne property will be adjacent to the right-of-way, so it'll run north along Soul Avenue, or excuse me, it'll be Johnson at that point, Johnson to Hoffman, Hoffman to about a block to the east. And then it continues down along Hoffman, and there's a little bit of shared trail in there, and then it turns up north Torrance between the northbound and southbound section of Torrance.
Isn't there parkway all the way from whatever, Hewen, all the way to Hoffman, or no? On Torrance there?
There is, there is.
But that's not all going to be used?
It won't all be, well, that section will all be used in the parkway, but there, to get to that point, to get past that point, there'll be some shared trail. Yes, sir.
I like it. I just wanted to ask some questions. No, I like it.
So for clarity too, the sanitary district's participation is a result of a supplemental environmental plan that was part of our consent decree that was signed in early this year in 2017. So in order to avoid stipulated penalties to the federal government, actually to the state agreed to replace those penalties with an environmental project, and this bike trail and bioswale to deal with stormwater is that portion of work is being funded by the sanitary district as a result of a consent decree finding. So it's work that we must do within the 3-year period following the signing of the consent decree.
Timeline?
So we'll do design over the winter, and we'll start construction next year, and should be done by the end of 18.
Commissioners, no further questions?
Thank you.
Mr. President, I move we approve the resolution to participate in the bike trail expansion to connection and downtown redevelopment area.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for resolution number 5, 2017, participate in the bike trail expansion and connection to downtown redevelopment area.
Number 9, excuse me. Did you say 5? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the items. I apologize.
Okay, is there any further questions or discussion for Mr. Dean Button? Okay, roll call, please.
Soto Presley, Casperky,
Yes.
Navejas,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes, 4 yes, 1 absent. Okay, number 10 is approval of professional service agreements. We have 3, a housing service consultant, HUD, IDIS consultant, and redevelopment attorney.
Commissioners, at your last meeting, you accepted a number of professional service submissions. I would like to recommend 3 of them in relation to the housing services consultant. That firm was USONA Development, LLC. They were the only ones that submitted something under that category. HUD/IDIS consultant, USONA Development, LLC was the only one that submitted something under that category. And for the attorney, Westland and Bennett were the only ones that submitted. So I would like to recommend USONA Development, LLC for the housing services, as the housing services consultant, as well as the HUD/IDIS consultant, and Westland and Bennett as the Hammond Redevelopment City Attorney.
Can we just say so moved? I don't remember the, can we, so moved for that?
Second.
Oh, yeah, okay, we have a motion then and a second. The approval of the professional services agreements for the housing service consultant, which will be USONA Development, LLC. Also for HUD-IDIS consultant, which will be USONA Development, LLC. And for our redevelopment attorney will be Westland and Bennett. We have a roll call on those, please.
Soto Presley, Casperky,
Yes.
Navejas,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion
Thank you.
passes, 4 yes, 1 absent. Number 11 is approval of amendment to supplemental agreement with SEH.
Commissioners, if you look in your package, you will have an amendment to an approval or to an agreement that we previously had with Dan Bowditch or SEH. As you may know, Dan Bowditch offers financial professional services with, to the Redevelopment Commission as well as to staff. And he wants to extend his agreement. Really, he actually should, because we work with him very closely on a lot of economic development and planning projects. He has a certain amount of expertise about a lot of the projects that we're currently working on, plus we've been using him quite a bit on some new economic development projects. We have a lot going on, and we are utilizing him quite a bit. So we're coming before you today, or he's submitted a request to expand his agreement from 30 to 65,000. So he has an increase of 35,000 to continue to provide his services.
I don't have any questions. Do you have any questions?
Is it just, I mean, the reason is he just had, I mean,
Well,
just,
He's doing more work than what
Yeah.
was.
they're doing more work.
Right.
yeah, we're using him a lot more than what
Okay,
we,
then that's,
Like,
I
more
didn't-
than double the amount that we anticipated.
I was just trying to read the verbiage of it. More work, they do more, yeah. Mr. President, I move we approve the request for approval of amendment to supplemental agreement with SEH.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the approval amendment to supplemental agreement with SEH. We have a roll call on that.
Soto Presley, Casbricky,
Yes.
Navejas,
Yes.
Lyric,
Yes.
Oppridge.
Yes, motion passes, 4 yes, 1 absent. Number 12, approval of professional services agreement for Oakley Avenue improvements.
Mr. President, members of the commission, I come before you as the city engineer this time only. You should have before you a request for professional services in the amount of $29,600. I hope I have that right, Africa? Because I'm looking at, I believe, a slightly dated proposal in front of me. And this is for work on Oakley Avenue between Douglas and Fayette. And we are preparing plans and specifications, design of the roadway, curbing, sidewalks, driveway, landscape, lighting, signage, and striping improvements for the project. The project is going to be in part funded through Councilman Torres's gaming funds. He anticipated that he was going to start, he wanted an overlay of this particular street earlier this year. And given the condition of the roadway, the curbs, and the character of the businesses in that neighborhood, it was decided internally that we do a complete road reconstruction of this particular section of the road. The curbs are in poor condition, and we would be seeking funding in the future for the construction, in part, in addition to what the councilman is paying for what would have been simply a resurfacing project. So I ask that you kindly consider the proposal in front of you for $29,600. And I'll answer any questions you might have.
I don't have a problem with the proposal. I'm just curious, like for that section, is that half, is that 50% or?
Well, this is the design work. So
Just design work.
just design work, and so it's right around 30,000. Generally, on a road improvement project, you could be looking at in upwards of about 800,000, but we're not intending on doing any major utilities in that area.
And that would all come out of the councilman's portion?
If it was a complete reconstruction, but the utilities are in good condition. So a road resurfacing is anywhere between about 90,000 per block. This has ended up being a little bit cheaper. So we were about 77 for his portion. So somewhere between that range. I know that's a big range, but we're doing curbs and sidewalks. And generally, our rule of thumb is about 10% of the engineer's design cost. So we're thinking it's going to be around $350 at this stage for the construction, which, as I said, in part would be funded through the councilman's gaming.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I make a motion for the approval of professional services agreement for Oakley Avenue improvements.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the approval of professional services agreement for Oakley Avenue improvements. If there's no more further questions or discussion on that, roll call, please.
Soto Presley, Casperky?
Yes.
Navejas?
Yes.
Myrick?
Yes.
Hopper?
Yes, motion passes. 4 yes, 1 absent. Okay, number 13, approval of timetable to add and expand the Hammond Central redevelopment area.
Commissioners, in your package, you will find a 2017 amendment for approval process, task, and timetable for the expansion and addition to the Hammond Central redevelopment area. The purpose of this is to merge the the Home Depot allocation area and redevelopment area, as well as some additional parcels to make that allocation area larger, as well as amend the Hammond Central redevelopment area to include the additional parcels, as well as also expanding the allocation area. And as many of you know, we have a major project going for the sports complex, so this will help to fund the sports complex as well.
Commissioners, anybody? Sounds pretty straightforward, other than just some dotting i's. Mr. President, I move for the approval of timetable to add and expand the Hammond Central redevelopment area.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the approval of timetable to add and expand the Hammond Central redevelopment area. Roll call, please.
Soto Presley? Casperky?
Yes.
Navejas?
Yes.
Myrick?
Yes.
Hopper?
Yes, motion passes. 4 yes, 1 absent. Okay, number 14, acceptance request for proposal to lease space in the sports complex.
Mr. President, members of the commission, you'll recall we went out seeking a request for proposal to lease I would say medium-sized space at the Hammond Sports Complex. That notice was duly published, and the bids were due today at 4 o'clock. As of 4 o'clock today, we had one bid that was received, one response to the RFP, and that was received from North Shore Health Centers, Inc., out of Portage. Is proposing to utilize a lease space to operate a federally qualified healthcare center. Term that they're proposing is 10 years and 2 5-year options to renew. Rent at $11.25 a square foot, which was the minimum amount that we had in the RFP. So, and it does appear that they have their earnest money check, but I would recommend we accept the one proposal and submit it to staff for review.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept the proposal for the lease space in the sports complex, and that proposal will be recommended to staff. Can we have a roll call on that, please?
Soto Presley? Casperky?
Yes.
Navejas?
Yes.
Myrick?
Yes.
Hopper?
Yes. Motion passes 4 yes, 1 absent. All right. Reports, Ms. Africa Tarver? would you
No
like to share
report at
anything?
this time.
Okay. All right, number 16 are bills, register of claims.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to pay the register of claims, beginning with claims dated 6/27/17 and ending with claims dated 8/31/17. Claim number R 54937 through R 55138.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the register of claims dated June 27th 2017 through August 31st, 2017. Claims R54937 through claim R55138. Is there any questions or discussion on these claims for staff? Okay, roll call then.
Soto Presley, Casbricky,
Yes.
Navejas.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Alpert.
Yes, motion passes. 4 yes, 1 absent. Number 17, moving on unfinished business. We have an item tonight.
Yes. You were given the bid tabulation sheet for the bid award for bid package number 3, I believe. Was it bid package number 3? And Rodrigo from Madison Construction is here to further discuss this.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Here I have the bid results for bid package 3, which included 5 contracts, fire suppression, plumbing, mechanical, HVAC, electrical, and the general trades. And we'll go one by one and read off the low bidders for each one, and we're recommending the low bidders for all 5 of them. The first one is contract 03A. That's for the fire suppression, fire protection system. That's the sprinkler system that will be going in the building. And the low bidder we are recommending is Valley Fire Protection for $162,710.
Want to do it one by one?
Yeah, why don't we take them one at a time so the
I was
record.
gonna say, yeah, let's,
Okay.
so we're talking.
Mr.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I just ask a general question
Yes.
before we get to all 5 of them?
Yes.
Is it always the low bid? I would assume sometimes there's variables involved that aren't just the bid.
We opened this bid 2 weeks ago, and we take those 2 weeks to evaluate the bidders and make sure that it is the lowest qualified bidder. And in this instance, it is the low bidders that we are recommending.
Right, so that due diligence is done.
Yes.
It's not just a simple number game.
Correct. We do have a pre-award questionnaire and meetings that they go through.
Are you asking a more general question about, the law requires the lowest responsive and responsible bidder. So if you're not going to take the lowest, you need to have them, there needs to be a reason that they're not responsive or responsible. Otherwise, if the lowest is responsive and a responsible bidder, then you're supposed to take the lowest.
Okay, I understand. Okay, thank you.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to accept the low bidder for the contract for number 038 for the fire suppression from Valley Fire Protection.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the contract number 03A fire suppression for the lowest bidder, Valley Fire Protection. We have a roll call on that.
Soto Presley, Casbricky.
Yes.
Navejas.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Alpert.
Yes, motion passes 4 yes, 1 absent.
Thank you. The second contract in this bid package was for the plumbing. That's all your bathrooms, your roof drains, and all your water in the building. And the low bidder for the plumbing contract is LGS Plumbing, and they in the amount of $441,784. We recommend they enter into contract.
Mr. President, I move we approve contract number 038 B plumbing to LGS Plumbing for $441,784.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for contract number 03B, that's for the plumbing. Be rewarded to LGS Plumbing. They are the lowest bidder at $441,784. We have a roll call on that.
Soto Presley, Casbricky,
Yes.
Navejas.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Hawbridge.
Yes, motion passes, 4 yes, 1 absent.
Okay, the third contract in this bid package was 03C, which is the HVAC system. And that is your heating and cooling inside the building, and all the controls with it. The low bidder for this package was Bud Mechanical with the amount of $764,488, and we recommend Bud Mechanical.
Mr. President, I make a motion to accept the low bidder of Bud Mechanical for $764,488 for contract 03C for Havoc system.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the contract number 03C for the HVAC, which will be rewarded to Bud Mechanical. They are the lowest bidder at $764,488. We have a roll call on that.
Soto Presley, Casbricky.
Yes.
Navejas.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Hawbridge.
Yes, motion passes, 4 yes, 1 absent.
Okay, the fourth contract that was included in this bid package was contract 03D as in dog, and that was for the electrical systems. So this is basically all your power coming in to the building, all the scoreboards, all your outlets, all of that, anything to do with power. These are the guys that we're recommending, and that would be Sweeney Electric with them in the amount of $1,123,000.
Mr. President, do you have a question?
Mr. President, I move for the approval of the electrical contract to Sweeney Electric at $1,123,000.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the contract number 03D, that's the electrical. The lowest bidder is Sweeney Electric at $1,123,000. Can we have a roll call on that?
Soto Presley, Casbricky.
Yes.
Navejas.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Hawbridge.
Yes. Motion passes, 4 yes, 1 absent.
Thank you. And the fifth and last contract that was included in bid package 3 is contract number 03E, and that is for the general trades. And this is all your interior masonry walls, your windows, your skylights, all your painting, all the floors, sports equipment, basically everything that's inside of the building that's going to finish it up. This is included in this contract, and the low bidder is Golf Inc. in the amount of $3,851,700.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to accept the low bidder of Golf Inc. for $3,851,700 for contract number 03E for the general trades.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the lowest bidder, Golf Inc. at $3,851,700. That is for contract 03E, general trades. We have a roll call on that.
Soto Presley, Casbricky.
Yes.
Navejas.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Hawbridge.
Yes, motion passes, 4 yes, 1 absent.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, number 18, public comment. Anybody like to come forward? You got 3 minutes. You can. Okay, public comment closed. Before we adjourn, I just want to recognize Dean Button, our city engineer. Thank you for coming out tonight. All right, number 19.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Can you all signify by aye?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.